how's it going? Today's video I wanted to talk about my shortcomings because there are many. I get messages all the time from people who are very frustrated applying their makeup. They look at people on Instagram. They'll look at people on Instagram or YouTube, different places, and they see this flawless skin, this flawless makeup, this amazing, just everything looks so good, and they feel really frustrated with themselves because they don't understand. My skin texture never looks like that. My foundation never looks like that. I can't blend eyeshadows like that. It's incredibly frustrating. And I totally get it because I do the same thing. I'll look at people's Instagrams, I'll look at their eyeshadow and think, oh my God, I could never do that. That's amazing, that's amazing. Of course, the thing that we all like to forget is practice makes perfect, and there's nothing more true than that. But the point of this video is to tell you guys about the things that I suck at as far as makeup. Just because I find that when people that I watch talk about how they are not flawless, that they have their own damn problems, just like me, I feel better about myself. So here we go. The first thing that I am so bad at is color correcting. I cannot get this to work for me ever. I don't have a lot of things to correct. The only real issues are, I have a little bit of under eye darkness. I have, whenever I have breakouts, and then I've had this for a while. You can see right here, there's this dark spot, but it's always looked a lot darker than everywhere else on my face. I've had photos done of my face that show discoloration, pigmentation, any of that stuff, and nothing showed up there, so I don't know what it is. I try and color correct it and it never works. And sometimes I see these videos on Instagram of people who can do like their whole face like green or something, and then they'll cover it with foundation and it looks exactly the same and it looks good, and every time that I've tried to do color correcting, it doesn't work. The only time it kind of works if I try and do under eye, but even then I feel like it doesn't work like it should. So I try and use like a peachy concealer underneath my eyes and then cover it with a regular concealer. It does not do what I want it to do. It still shows up. And the same thing with like this bruisiness, it just looks like crap. And that actually leads me into the second thing I want to say, which is contouring. I'm not great at contouring. I try. Even this side has no problems. I mean, I don't think it's bruised, but it always ends up looking not smooth. It always ends up looking like patchy and just like, I don't know. So I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Usually I'll use either the Benefit Hoola stick, the cream. I feel like I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. I feel like any video I've watched, it looks okay, but I don't know, I'm never thrilled with it. More than anything though, especially more than my cheeks, is nose contouring. If I try and do like the snatched nose, like the James Charles nose, I can't do it. I know a big part of it is because a couple of years ago, by a couple I mean, let's say 5 or 6 years ago, I ran upstairs. This was in my old house, and I ran upstairs to wake Paul up to go to the gym. So I jumped on the bed. He thought I was one of the dogs, and so he kind of like pushed me away. Ended up getting, I think his elbow or the side, something hit me in the face. It hit me right here. We heard a crunch. Paul's freaking out because obviously he was not trying to hit me in the face. We go to the ER and they tell us that it's not broken, you can breathe fine. Here's a bill for $1,000. Pretty much how my day went. So that is the reason I have this great bump right here. It like fractured it out of place. And I'm pretty positive that, you can get the non-surgical nose job, which helps to fill in like this little part. Pretty sure that just the way it is, since my literal cartilage is messed up, if I wanted to fix that, I would need to get an actual nose job. And then why would I even need to contour? Because I would just, get medically contoured. I feel like I've spent hours and hours trying to figure out the right way to contour my nose so that it kind of corrects that line. I know obviously there's a bone or a cartilage, whatever, sticking out of my nose. So I can't fully fix that because it's lighter right there. So I try and go over it, try and make it smaller, and it either just fades away and I can't tell I did anything at all, or I don't know. So today I just tried to do right here and I don't feel like it did anything. So that's definitely something else that it's why do I even try? The last thing that really comes to mind are my eyebrows. My eyebrows are microbladed. That was by far the best decision that I have ever made, because if you go back in time like a year or even ago, my eyebrows are no bueno. See all of this? Like a full finger's width of this is just fake. It's completely microbladed on. My eyebrow on this eye starts here. This one is not, this is the good brow. This is not the good brow. And they just are very thin, they're patchy, and they just are not good. So I get them microbladed, and you're only supposed to get them like touched up every year. I got my touch up in May, and I'm gonna be totally honest, I did not take care of them while they were healing. I kind of, you know, neglected the healing process and was like, yeah, I know what I'm doing, I didn't. They didn't heal as nicely as they could have. And also the way that they were microbladed was, it was kind of ombre shading, so it doesn't just look like hairs, they actually look like they're filled in. They still look good, I'm not saying they don't look good, but I just know that what they could have looked like. And so my problem, and this has always been my problem, is trying to put in those artificial hairs, trying to make the front not just look like it's a block like shaded in, but make it look like actual hairs. Every time that I try and do this, it looks terrible, or you can't even tell. I have used darker pencils and tried like the super tiny micro sized brow pencils. Nothing seems to work. I've even tried, Makeup Forever has this, it's almost like a liquid liner but brow colors, and I've tried to do that. But even then, like, I can't get that really thin hair-like. And if I do, it's one that goes up to here. So the like nice flick off is way up on my forehead, and it just ends up looking terrible. I cannot get it down for the life of me. I don't know. That's probably my biggest thing that just drives me out of my mind. I feel like I mean, my eyebrows look fine when I have no makeup on, nothing. I'm so happy with how my brows look. But when I try and fill them in to make them balance out with my look, because even though they're microbladed on, even though they look a lot better, when I do my makeup like this, I still need to bump them up. They still, for sure, need to be, they need powder, they need some texture, like fake texture added in. That's why I'll use the brow pencil to kind of add in those like fake hair strokes, but they still, I can't do them. I can't make them look as awesome as I've seen. I've seen a lot on Instagram where people will they'll basically draw out eyes and eyebrows and like a look on their arm, and the brows that they'll do look amazing, and I can't even do that with like an actual eyebrow set. So that's definitely a huge downfall for me, and I feel like I'll never be great at it. I guess the last thing I could say, something else that I know I'm not great at, is doing my eyeliner, liquid eyeliner. I'm not the worst at it, but it's something that I get really excited when they are even. I know that's a struggle for a lot of people, but that's just something where I don't know. I don't know. It's not my strongest part, but I think what I'm going to say is my biggest thing I suck at is for sure doing my eyebrows. So they will be microbladed forever, and the next time that I get them touched up, I am going to read through the instructions 8,000 times. I know my brow girl is going to be super mad at me because I was like, yeah, totally, we know what we're doing. And then I done goofed. Real bad. But I would love to know, what are the things that you just, for the life of you cannot get down when it comes to makeup? Oh, and I mean, if we want to talk hair, tell me if you guys like this idea, but I kind of want to do a video where I have a hairstylist friend, and I kind of want to go to her and have her try and teach me how to do stuff, because I have had short hair for so long, and that's not even a good excuse, because the girl I'm talking about has short hair, and she does the most amazing, cute little pin-up-y curls, all sorts of cute stuff, and all I know how to do is barely flat iron my hair. I mean, it being like in this stupid half ponytail thing. I don't know. I don't know how to do hair at all, and I kind of want to do that just so I can learn. Like, even if I could learn how to curl my freaking hair. I think part of it is I just don't have patience. I have no problem spending an hour doing my face, but my hair, even sectioning it out to flat iron, I'm like, this is my life. This is really sad. Anyways, thank you so much for watching things and stuff and things. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know if you liked this video with a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. We would love to have you here on xSparkage Fam Bam greatness. I love you so much, and I'll see you next time.